my name is Madison and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about college application advice, where to start, how to get going, how to get help on your applications, and that sort of thing. A little bit about me. I'm currently a senior studying aerospace engineering with a minor in computer science at CU Boulder, which is absolutely crazy. Can't believe I'm a senior. That's crazy. It feels like just a few years ago, and I guess it was a few years ago. I was making videos reacting to my college admissions, reacting to my ACT scores, that sort of thing. But now I'm doing it all over again. I'm currently in the middle of applying for PhD programs. So as I'm going through the whole application process again, I actually took the GRE yesterday. I figured it'd be maybe helpful for some of y'all, whether you're applying to undergrad or grad school, to hear some of my advice, tips and tricks, that sort of thing, as I am now doing the whole process for a second time. So without further ado, let's just get started. Today's video is actually in partnership with College Essay Guy. If y'all have never heard of College Essay Guy, it is your one-stop shop for all things application advice, whether it is undergrad or grad school advice, not just for applications, but for college counselors as well. College Essay Guy is a website that has everything from free resources that can help you with scholarships and supplemental essays to online courses that can help you with writing a personal statement and making your college planning list, as well as one-on-one courses where you can sit down and talk with an expert. They can walk you through your essays, your supplemental essays, your scholarship work, everything in between, help you figure out where you want to go, where you want to apply, looking and visiting schools, whatever you might need. College Essay Guy has a ton of resources that are there to help you with the entire college application process. Like I said, for undergrad and grad school, I've actually been using a lot of their resources right now when building my personal statements for fellowship and grad school applications. So I will have a ton of links down below to some of their common webinars you can check out, some free resources, one-on-one help, everything like that. Feel free to check out the links below and check out their website. Feel free to check out the links down below. You can actually use code MadisonRich7% to get 7% off one-on-one counseling, as well as the code Madison in all caps for 10% off all of their other services. Like I said, they have a ton of free resources too, so be sure to check this out no matter what you're looking to do, no matter what you're applying for. They have a ton of great resources I highly recommend you take advantage of. But that being said, let's just jump into today's video. Y'all, I honestly kind of forgot how much applying to college sucks until I'm trying to do it all over again. Like I said, I took the GRE yesterday. I took the GRE a few more times than I'd like to admit. GRE is not cheap, holy cow. I thought the ACT was expensive. When I took the ACT, it was like $68, I want to say. The GRE is $200 and I took it more than once. I did not hit the max. The max is 5 times, I will say that much. You can take it 5 times in a year. I did not get close to it, but I took it more than once, which I'm kind of bummed about, but at the same time, I felt like I needed to, and I felt like it was worth it. For those of you that maybe aren't aware, at least for aerospace PhD programs, if you get in, they pay you to go there. They pay for your school, and they typically pay between $30,000 and $40,000 a year to go do research for them. So the GRE was very much an investment, because if I get in, I'm on a full ride and then some. So either way, gosh, if you were in the middle of applications right now, I'm sorry, I feel your pain. I've been blabbling. Let's get into today's video. First things first, when you are starting your college applications, the first thing I recommend is to just start writing. I cannot tell you how many essays that I wrote that I did absolutely nothing with, but I wouldn't have ended up writing ones that I felt proud of if I wouldn't have written the crummy ones first. What you write now isn't set in stone, and please, please, please do your best to not get too emotionally attached to what you write. I know a lot of your applications are going to build on personal stories, experiences, things you have emotional attachment to, but that doesn't necessarily mean you need to be emotionally attached to the essays that you write. I wrote a lot of things that I would probably cry if I went back and read again, because so much emotion was poured into those essays, and that's totally okay. And that's actually awesome, because you want to show yourself, you want to show who you really are, and find ways that make you stand out a little bit more, because thousands and thousands of people are applying for these schools in your program every year. But that doesn't mean what you have written is set in stone. You can then use what you've written to hopefully inspire and build on future essays that really feel more like you. Going off of that, like I said, just start writing. Please, please, please don't make excuses because you don't feel inspired to write something. Don't keep procrastinating, just start writing. Your writing is going to evolve, but it won't evolve and get better if it never starts anywhere at all. If you hold off your applications and you hold off your essays until a few days or a week or even 2 weeks before they're due, you're not giving yourself enough time to let fresh ideas and fresh thoughts evolve and develop. Like I said, you just need to start somewhere, and starting somewhere is really the only thing you can do. Start soon, start early, start now. Don't touch or don't read your essays for a month and see where you're at. The more you revisit it and hound it, I feel like, in my opinion, the less variety comes with that, and you want variety. Like I said, I'm applying to grad schools right now, and I began working on my personal statement in May or June, like start of summer. Didn't touch it all until the end of July. Haven't touched it since until today. So having these breaks and these gaps where you go back and revisit what you wrote, I feel like has been really, really beneficial for me to allow new ideas and thoughts to develop. Every time I go try to rewrite or redo an essay, I start writing first before I go back and read what I had written. Like I said, this allows a new thought to develop, and instead of feeling like I'm repeating myself with my third attempt writing an essay, I can let new ideas come to fruition. Once I have something I kind of feel like I like, then I can let myself go back and read and build off of things I had written previously. You want fresh ideas, but you're not going to end up with something that you like and something that feels you and that feels inspired if you don't start somewhere, and I highly recommend you start early. Number 2, going off of that, is don't be afraid to start over. Like I was just saying, I really, really encourage that you have multiple versions of what you need to write, because it's not until you have multiple versions that you realize what really works for you, what suits you, and what best applies to whatever it is that you're applying for, whether it's a scholarship, a specific degree program, or just your general admissions application. Having multiple versions allows what you end up submitting really feel like you. If you wrote one thing and you felt so emotionally attached to it that you weren't allowing yourself to just trash it, or maybe not even trash it, but just not submit it and start over, there's a really good chance that's not your best work. I highly encourage that you have multiple versions of what you're gonna write. Have multiple people read what you've written. Don't feel like it's a burden, because you'll probably return the favor someday, or maybe someone else returned the favor for them a while ago. Have people read your stuff, have people encourage you to start over in the nicest way possible, but you really, really, really want to make sure that you're giving yourself multiple chances to find what best sounds like you and is going to give you the best shot of explaining who you are, exposing yourself, and just really, really putting your full self out on the table. Number 3 is going to be think a few years ahead. Oh my goodness. I have a lot of essays that I wrote in the past that I am beyond embarrassed that I submitted. Some that I love, but some that I'm like, I cannot believe I turned that in to a school. Oh my goodness. I applied to the University of Virginia, as you all know, and at the time of me applying, I believe there was like a 6 or an 8% out-of-state acceptance rate. UVA, or University of Virginia, is incredibly hard to get into out of state. It's literally almost as competitive as an Ivy League. It's a really great school, really hard to get into. And it was the first school that I applied to. And oh my goodness. One of my supplemental essays for the engineering college was basically write an essay about an invention, something you would invent, something that you wish somebody would invent. And I made mine about a horse poop Roomba, which maybe wasn't the most terrible idea, but I could have marketed it a lot more professionally than literally calling it a horse poop Roomba. So for a few hundred words, I talked about how I would want to make a robot to autonomously scoop up horse poop. Like I said, maybe not the most horrible idea ever, but I could have made it a lot more professional and intelligent sounding than I did. Also, using the word Roomba when that's literally like a company name, there's probably like some copyright infringement or something on that I should not have done. But think a few years ahead. I look back and I'm like, that is not something that I'm proud of. Make sure what you're submitting is something that you're proud of and something you're gonna look in a few years and think, yeah, I like that. I think I gave that my best effort. And it's not that I don't think I put a lot of effort into that essay, but I don't think I did it in the best way possible. So number 4 is take advantage of resources around you, whether it's the people around you, college counselors. Like I said, College Essay Guy has a lot of great resources, even your parents. Find ways to take advantage of those around you, whether it's people reading your essays, people helping you study, online courses or resume screeners, whatever it is. There are tons and tons of tools on the internet and just between the people around you that are there that can help you with your college applications. Everything from studying for ACT and SAT, working on your resume, of course, your supplemental essays and whatnot. Take advantage of those around you just because they are going to be such a crucial part of how impactful, I guess I would say, your applications are going to be. On the other side of your applications is a ton of people that are going to sit down and read your essays. And unless you truly know how people are reacting to your essays beforehand, you have no idea how those people on the other side are going to react themselves. So why not take advantage of the, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 10 people around you that are willing to read your essays? Get their feedback, because like I said, it is humans on the other end and you want to get a general idea of how what you're writing is being interpreted. You might be meaning to describe something one way, but you might be coming off with a much more negative tone than you would have liked. Something may not flow as well as you wish it would. Little things like that are going to make a big difference in the success of your applications. And number 5, last but not least, is think bigger picture. This sounds so cliche, but everything you do in your college application tells the admissions people something. Grammar and like sentence errors, maybe it's punctuation errors in your essays, maybe gives off that you're not very detail oriented, that you were in a rush. You don't have very good time management skills because you weren't able to go back and take the 5 minutes to go realize you missed a period a few different places. Little things like that tell admissions a lot about you. Your tone of voice in your applications is a lot about you. Everything you do tells admissions something, and they are going to look and analyze every single part of your application. It's not just about the story that you tell in your essay. It's about, like I said, your tone of voice, how it comes across, how it was written, your resume, the formatting of your resume, how you describe words, your adjectives and whatnot in your resume say a lot about you as a person. So go through, overanalyze, be really picky on yourself, and be able to self-reflect like I was saying earlier. Don't be afraid to start over and look back and identify things in your application that need some work. Every little thing says something about who you are as a person, whether you mean it to or not. Like I said, time management skills, your sloppiness, how thorough you are, how detail-oriented you are. Everything on your application is going to tell admissions something about you, and you want to make sure that what they're interpreting and how you are coming across is the best version of yourself. And not that you need to be a better version of yourself, but don't give admissions a reason to think that you don't have good time management skills and that you're sloppy and forgetful if you're not. So I think that made sense. I hope that made sense. But that is it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If y'all have any other questions about application stuff, whatnot, I'm happy to continue talking about all of this. Like I said, I'm going through the process right now myself. So I'm sure I'll have more videos about things like this throughout the course of the semester. But I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you all next time. Peace out. Bye.